welcome to the second ever Baja International Tourist Cup. Road racing's cool. So, just on my first session at the Baja International Tourist Cup, and I'll tell you what, it's fast, like really, really fast, and it's bumpy, and it's gnarly, and it's damn cool. There's a lot of places I'm just rolling off, just not really confident on lines and bits and where the bumps are, and there's quite a lot of dirt on the track, and it's just cool as hell. But I'll tell you what, that wakes you up in the morning. What song did you say you'd be singing in your head if you were singing round here?
Staying alive, staying alive, staying alive.
So you were saying you were on the brakes in places, then thinking to yourself, what am I doing?
Yeah, what am I doing on the brakes? You sure come around the corner, you're like, what the hell am I doing? So lost.
I think it's called self-preservation.
Exactly.
What have you done before that's anywhere near this fast?
This fast? No, nothing.
This bad of a road?
Nothing. Nothing.
Ever done beach racing before?
Pikes Peak. Nothing's this fast.
I've never done beach racing before. Is that much sand?
It's a little bit dirty out there.
Yeah, we'll need to get up and brush the hairpin at the top. It's very slippy. Spun up 2 or 3 times. Bumpy as I remember, but a little bit not as good as last year. But obviously, considering they've had the storms blow through, they've done a decent enough job to try and clear the most of it. So we'll just have to clear the rest.
So this is third Eric. It turns out if you want to go fast in Mexico, being called Eric is the right thing.
You're right.
And Eric has bought a V4 Panigale camo style. So we've done one session already because we're newcomers here, and it's a learning curve, isn't it?
Very much so. Very fast. Very, very fast. You went by me. I was trying to hold on to your wheel, but that didn't happen.
I think I have the advantage of riding a bike that's relatively familiar on settings we know kind of work on road racing, so that does help a little bit.
Right.
How's the bike performing?
Great. It's the rider that needs a little work.
So some of the people back here are the usual suspects. Eric and Wade are back for the second running. You boys having fun already?
Oh, we're having lots of fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Eric is riding an 04 R1, Wade's on a new shape R1, and that will probably spend most of his time on the back wheel because Wade does love a wheelie.
I save on the front tire that way.
So it turns out everybody needs a Dave, and I need a Dave because Dave's actually loaned me his spare bike, so Dave's on his newer Gen 4 BMW, and you know, it's Dave's second time here. I think he's enjoying himself.
Oh yeah, this place is amazing. A place that you could do wheelies anywhere, just ride as fast as you want, and then go get Tecate and some tequila and some tacos afterwards. It's my kind of place.
So, as normal, Eric is riding his Superstock spec BMW Gen 3. So that is standard engine, some Turbo suspension, and a small Irishman holding the throttle open, longer than everybody else it turns out at the moment today, so that's all good. And this is my mighty steed for the event. This is a 2015 Gen 3 BMW. Again, it is Superstock spec in America, so standard engine, exhaust pipe on it, bodywork and bits like that. But to make it behave a little bit like my bike, I've brought over my Turbo suspension, so it's got my forks in it and my shock in the back of it, so it rides like my bike. We're long on the wheelbase to give us a load of stability, because around here there's going to be a lot of wheel spin and there's a lot of bumps, so long bikes will be working better. And having done one session on it, what I can tell you is it is fast enough. I need to hold the throttle open a bit more and take some bravery pills, or just ride around and enjoy myself. One of the two. King of the little bikes last time we were here was Andy Gower, who has turned up a little bit late this morning. How's it going, Andy?
Good, you know, the rockstar racer life, had to sleep in a little bit. Yeah, we didn't get to Mexico until like almost 11 probably, because we got turned around at the border, so then I had to come back around again and you know, practice my Spanish and sweet talk some of the border people, but it worked out. Now we're here.
So we've had about an hour since the first session. I've moved the handlebars a bit flatter, so I've got a bit more leverage, and that's about it. So what I need to do this time is remember where I'm going. I need to do sort of the road riding thing that we do at Rapid all the time. I need to stay out wider as long as I can to get as good a view, pick an apex, pick a turn point, late apex it and just get the throttle open, because you're not going to win here by having like loads and loads of corner speed, because there's just not enough grip for that. So it's going to be all about getting the bike turned and getting the throttle open and driving it down the straight, and it gives you that safety margin as well. So that is the plan. We're going to go out and try and go fast, but mostly have loads of fun. Whew. That's second session done. We only get like 3 laps a session because they have to keep opening and closing the road. So they're relatively short sessions, but what a buzz this place is. It's fast and it's bumpy and it's just cool as hell. What I have learned is I haven't really done my homework enough. Up the highway I'm not too bad, but then coming back like on the rough stuff, the second half of it is like almost all 5th and 6th gear, but it's quite blind entry, so I need to do some homework again tonight and remind myself where I'm supposed to be going, so I'm on the right line, because I'm just rolling off too much. But whew, yeah, Dave came past me, then Eric came past me, and Eric came past me flying, and then other Eric Lorden come past me as well, and when they come past I'm rolling off a little bit because you don't want to be in the slipstream here. It is dirty, but yeah, it's exciting, this place. Well, you look like you were flying, Eric. You may still be the fastest man in Mexico.
Yeah, some say.
Some say.
No, it's good. Yeah, I actually timed the second and third laps there, so I didn't get done. Might have sneaked under 5 minutes actually, according to the dash lab.
I'm about 30 seconds behind you then.
So no, it's good. Yeah, pretty confident. Still a bit cagey. Not more so over the conditions than the direction of corners and how things tighten up. I think I've got all that mapped down, but it's just trying to steer clear of debris and coming out of corners and spinning the back tire, and just we were spinning over the yellow lines last year. Now we're spinning over the yellow lines and the dust. So it's but all in the name of good fun.
And we've got our first spectator.
Yes, a big, nice black and white cow.
Right at the apex, it was a left-handed. It was like you turned and went, "There's a cow!"
So at least if somebody hits that tonight, we'll be having some good meat for dinner. But no, it's good fun. Can't beat it.
Yeah, a couple of the corners I came in a little hot, leaned into it, and then also my front went. It's like, oh, that doesn't feel very good.
It's a little dusty, isn't it?
Just a little bit. So if you keep the line kind of tight towards like the paint, there's a bunch of dirt like right next to the line, which I hit a few times. But that was so much fun. Nothing like Mexico. This is nuts to be able to ride a road like this and just do whatever the hell we want, hang out with all the cows that we want. You know, like maybe even see a car tomorrow. We'll see.
Woohoo! Another cool thing with going road racing in Mexico is it doesn't really matter what bike you've got. You are welcome to come along. So these boys have turned up on the Supermotos. So aero is a bit of an issue, and they're probably not the fastest things in a straight line for around here, but I bet they're absolutely brilliant fun and basically flat out everywhere. You look like you're getting the hang of that.
Yeah, it's wicked, dude. I'm trying. Say the least. Doing my best.
So as they try and grow the event over here, there is hopefully going to be some car racing here as well next year. So this year, they're allowing some really cool stuff like this to come and basically do some demo laps and, you know, promote the event and see what the car drivers actually think to the place. I'm guessing a car round here is going to be pretty good fun, because a motorbike round here is blooming good fun. So this thing looks pretty serious. I don't spend a lot of time poking around at cars, but I'm guessing that that carbon fibre seat in the passenger side probably isn't particularly comfortable. So that's us for day one. Everybody's happy, everybody's chatting away, everybody's excited, and tomorrow we're going to come back and go racing. If you've never been to Baja, Mexico, it is worth coming just for the scenery. This place is absolutely stunning. And the fact that we get to race motorbikes here is just a bonus. It's the morning of day 2 here at the Baja International Tourist Cup. We're just getting the bike set up and ready so we can get them on tyre warmers, and we're going to be ready for our sort of 8 o'clock start to the day. So the plan today is we've got basically 2 heats for each group. So the big bike grid will get 2 5-lap heats, and the little bike group will get 2 5-lap heats, and then the winner will be done on combined time from the 2. At the moment, Eric is the fastest man out there. He is on fire. I'm not entirely sure how he does it, but he does it very, very well. Yesterday afternoon, once we'd finished, we actually went round the circuit and did some sweeping up. We got some brooms and got rid of a lot of the dust and the dirt that's around the circuit. And that will make it faster for us because we're more comfortable with the condition of the circuit in places. It means we can run slightly different lines in places, and it gives us a bigger safety margin on the exit corners and stuff like that, and basically just more grip and less boulders, which will be useful. And then we headed back to the hotel. I did some onboards and bits, so I'm now considerably happier with where I'm going and how fast I can go there. So all I've got to do now is actually do it. You've had a night to reflect on how stupid we are doing this. How stupid do you feel this morning?
I don't feel that smart, but that's okay. I'm tough.
You're enjoying it though?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's fun going fast.
So this little R3 has some very light crash damage because Matt is the first man to crash at the Baja International Tourist Cup, but it wasn't a particularly big crash.
No, so I lost the nut on the sprocket, and I spent way too much time looking down at my feet trying to figure out why I was bumping off the rev limiter and not going anywhere, and I made about the biggest mistake you can and not pay attention to the road and the race, and I failed to continue racing until I was stopped. I look up and there was a turn and I was going right into the ditch, and so I just braked and went into the ditch and laid it down. Nothing major. It'll work today. We found a new nut. We're happy.
I hear there was also a cactus incident.
Yes. Back at the hotel, putting the nut back on, I backed myself into a cactus and have about 30 little prickly spines that I was able to get out. So yeah, it's been a fantastic day so far.
But other than that, you're enjoying yourself.
It's lovely. It's a blast.
Alright, so in about 10 minutes time the road will be closed, and Richard here is in the group that's going first, in the little bike group as it were, even though he's on a CBR 600 so it's not that little. Are you excited?
I'm stoked, totally stoked. First time I've done something like this, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm super stoked. It's gonna be fun.
Go, go, go! It's a little bit calm today because they've set us out second, and we were actually here and ready a little bit earlier as well. I've done a recce lap in the van, done all my onboard last night. Me and Eric have just been talking around a lap, and this is a bit of a road racing thing because in a short circuit you tend to not spend too long giving your competition all the advantage you can, whereas I think it's more of a road racing thing of you give everybody as much information you can, what lines you use and what they could try and markers to use, and you talk through it a lot more because then it makes it safer for everybody. If it makes it faster, it's brilliant, but realistically you want to beat the person because you're riding better than them, not because they're on the wrong line and doing something wrong and struggling. So it's quite a nice atmosphere, everybody's chilled out, and yeah, it's a happy place to be.
I'm Sweaty Dave, just in case you didn't know.
But your boot buckling technique is excellent.
Not many people can do it like I can, but that's not what matters out here. What matters is going fast on these things.
Quite right, sir.
But so far, I mean, maybe he'll give me a trophy for boot buckling or something like that, you know? You never know. Talk to Pedro.
Well, if you're lucky, you might be the fastest American in Mexico.
We'll see. I'd like to be the fastest man in Mexico, but Eric's brought another level. So we'll see.
We will.
We'll see.
Everybody goes faster on race day.
Oh, definitely. I definitely do.
I'll tell you what, that was faster than yesterday. This is crazy. This, you know, I keep going to TT, and TT is fast and exciting and to some crazy. But once you've got kind of used to it, then you come here and it's loose and bumpy and fast and just crazy stuff. That was a load better, I think, about 5 minutes too. So nearly 30 seconds faster than yesterday because I've worked out where I'm going a bit back because I've done more on boards. And yeah, just, but you're still learning. I've still got a bit of spare track everywhere and I've not panicked anywhere. And every now and again you'll take a slightly different line to corner, hit a new bump, and that'll make things a bit exciting. And the usual thing, the faster you go, it looks different, it flows different, and it's just cool as hell. Up this highway to begin with, just 6th gear wide open, just launch it onto the side of the tyre and it's just singing away. It's so cool. This morning I was like, so I'll have a ride around, and now I want to go sub 5 minutes because I think sub 5 minutes around here is going to be an exclusive club.
I'm having a blast, which is the main thing. So I'm not going to be the fastest man in Mexico, though. That guy is going to be. But I'll be the most drunk one tonight.
No, it's good. Yeah, track's a lot cleaner. Obviously, the work that we did yesterday, and I'm sure Pedro must have sent somebody up either last night or first thing this morning because it's a little bit cleaner too. But still a few slides going on in line that you like, so you just have to stay off a little bit longer. But no, happy enough. Interesting just finding out the two big trucks parked at the top of the hill at the end of the first lap. Yeah,
they're peeling up there.
Yeah.
We knew they were moving some trucks, but we thought they'd moved the trucks way before they closed the road.
Yeah, so that was entertaining. Was one surprise on one of the long right-handers that they had a white canopy on the exit on the outside of the corner, right in the firing line, shoot anything go pear-shaped. But hey, Mexico.
Yeah.
He's obviously got the best seat in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, if we did sub-5s yesterday, hopefully be the same again today.
Just finished your second race. How was that?
It was really cool. So I got to sweep with all these for all afternoon, and so I got to learn the track. I could learn all the little patches and all the little divots, and I'm like, okay, Dave says do this, Eric says do that, be on this side, and holy fucking hell, 50 miles an hour faster through corners. Just, it's not, it's smooth. Dave says bring it in right here. Okay. You're the man, bro.
I think probably the other Dave is as well. You know, I'll let him have some of the credit.
That's right. Well, Dickie's got it now.
Yeah, you're hitting the limits on the bumpy bits.
Yeah. It's as soon as the rear wheel lightens, it says, and then back in.
Good fun though.
Oh, it was wonderful. Yeah, I want to come and do it again.
Eric, are you tugging him off?
Yes. He's proper tug.
Doing my bit for international relations.
So I'm here with Pedro. Pedro is the mastermind behind the Baja International Tourist Cup. Pedro, what's your vision for the future?
My reason for the future, my vision, well, to see the event grow, see people from all over the world come and race, bring the Irish tradition of racing to Baja, and what benefits Baja from these kind of events? Well, obviously, to get the place known all over the world, the obvious economical benefits go with it also, and just make the sport grow in general. That's the aim. And of course, since I can't race anymore, you know, I live through you guys.
Baja, a lot of the motorsport here damages the wildlife and bits like that, but we're using the infrastructure that's already in place.
Exactly. We're doing a second use for stuff that's already here. We're not impacting in a negative way the ecosystem. So it's a win-win the way I see it. I think off-road racing is great. I started racing off-road myself. I love it. It's my first love as racing goes, but I think their days are counted, and I think this is the way to go, you know, using what we already have. There's so many wonderful roads in Mexico, throughout Mexico, but Baja has got that unique infrastructure that we can all enjoy in different ways.
It might look like Eric's asleep, but I think he's doing a lap in his head.
He is. He is definitely doing a lap in his head.
It's like a dog with a twitch, isn't it?
I'm trying to remember how to get next to get back to the bar. Is what I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, there's a racetrack that way.
Yeah. A few minutes, 10 minutes to go, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, ready?
Hopefully. Yeah, I'm gonna go get changed.
Yeah, probably worth it. Woo! Chipped a bit more off that. It's a bit windy, so in places it was wheeling and pushing you aside a little bit. And that tyre, because the tarmac's so hot now, you're going up the highway, like 5th, 6th gear on the side of the tyre, just trying to squeeze the throttle, and it's just, and you can feel it spinning. It's so cool. This place is awesome. Ooh. Ah. Oh, I think I need a drink. I did a 4:57.6, and that included 13 mile an hour slowest at the hairpin, 186 highest, it won't actually read any higher, and 124 average. Now, this will correct a little bit and it will probably be lower. If that is real at 124, that's actually faster than I am round the Isle of Man, which is a bit bonkers, considering the circuit is not exactly clean and grippy. Right, 50 degrees of lean angle on the right, 51 degrees on the left, and 39 gear changes, and 55% of the time you're on the throttle, as in you've got the throttle at 55% all a lap. This thing is a bit crazy.
Oh my god, it was so much fun. I found a little bit of more of a flow, less chop and throttle, which I was doing earlier. So I don't know what my times were, but it felt better. I think I hit at least 188 up the hill, so it's up that mountain over there, if you're going to show any of that in the video. 188 up a mountain is pretty good.
It's not bad going, is it?
No.
It is not bad
No,
going.
I wonder if I hit 190. I might have, because I accelerated for a little bit beyond that, but I need to find the GoPro to find that out for sure.
Right.
But I had a blast, Dave. And
That's
it's a pleasure riding with these guys. These guys are legends.
Right, one word to describe the Baja International Tourist Cup.
Cojones. You need cojones to do this.
Wow, it was great.
Awesome.
Wicked.
Wild.
Amazing.
Freaking awesome.
Fun.
Awesome. Phenomenal. Bonkers.
Wild. In the final standings for the big bikes, I claimed 3rd place with the fastest lap of 4 minutes 57. Dave Thomas was 2nd with the fastest lap of 4 minutes 51. And our very own Eric Wilson won the event again with the fastest lap of 4 minutes 43, giving him an average lap speed around the 9.5 mile course of 126.49 miles an hour, making it, at least for Eric Wilson, faster than the Isle of Man TT. Thanks for watching, and join us again very soon for the second part of our Mexican adventure.